It is 7:10, and there it is, the latest offering from singer-songwriter extraordinaire Corneille, who is joining me live on the BT Couch. You got up early for us. Thank you so much.
I got up early.
How many times did you hit snooze?
This is as early as a singer could ever.
I was going to say, I've interviewed many musicians in my life. This is very, very early for you guys. So thank you. Brand new album. We were talking during the break. 6 albums.
Yeah.
This is your 6th offering. I feel like you're so young, but you're so prolific. So my first question to you is, what keeps you making, like, you're so performant is the word I'm looking for. How come you? What drives you?
The passion for creating melodies and coming up with ways of telling stories that where I'm trying not to repeat myself. Maybe so I'm always, music is just is a way to rediscover myself each time. So I guess every 2 years I've felt the need to rediscover
every 2 years,
myself.
It's like psychoanalysis.
It is though. It is. It's a lot of introspection. It's a lot of, you know, self exploring and trying to figure out who I am in hopes to, like, at one point accepting it and be totally fine with it. I guess that's what it is.
A lot of the people watching at home know that there was a troubling life story. Things were quite rough for you. You lost your family in Rwanda, and you overcame it as best as anyone can. I mean, you never really forget anything like that. And once again, in this album, there are always elements. Do you think there'll always be elements of that past in everything that you do?
Yeah, sure. I don't think it's well, my past or any other past. I think the mistake we can all make is to think that we can just run away from any of our past and move on.
Yeah.
It stays with us, and in my case particularly, I've written songs about it. I've gone through all kinds of stages, you know, from denial and you know, expressing a lot of anger towards my country, and I've come to a place of peace, and I've come to accept that it is part of my life, and it's something that I'm going to have to live with, and that loss is something that I'm going to have to live with for the rest of my life. But that life goes on, and you know, I'm married. We have a young, healthy boy, 3.5 years old, and so yeah, whatever I thought was lost and indefinitely interrupted has kept going somehow, and that's the beauty of life. Yeah,
rebirth. And so this album, in listening to it and reading the reviews as well, there's a lot of different styles coming into it. I mean, you mentioned your wife. Your wife, we find her again on this album.
Yeah, we co-wrote this album.
Yeah, and which is great to begin with. But you guys mixed in like so many. There's reggae. There's even electro.
Yeah, it's everything I love, really. I grew up in Rwanda, but oddly enough, I grew up just loving hip-hop and R&B, American hip-hop and R&B. That's what I grew up listening to. But living in Africa, so needless to say, I had all these other musical colors around me. You know, African music, rumba from Congo, and also, you know, all kinds of island music, reggae, zouk, and all that stuff. So all of that is part of who I am. And creatively, I don't even think about it. Unconsciously, I just put all that into my music. And that's why the album is called Entre Nord et Sud, between North and South, because I always find myself with one foot in the South and another in the North. So that's just who I am, and I think it's always going to be like that.
It's cross-continental for you.
It's cross-continental.
And honestly, you guys, I know the holidays are coming. If you're looking for a gift idea, Entre Nord et Sud, it's always a pleasure to have you, to interview. I interviewed you back in the day at
Thank you so much, and look at you. Look at you. Last time we met, you were at Music Plus.
And look at you,
congrats.
6 albums later. Congratulations on this.